is Thursday, April 22nd, 2021, and you are tuned into DIRTRACKR Daily. I'm Justin Fiedler. Today, we'll get you ready for practice at Bristol, USAC Sprint Cars at Grandview, the FloRacing Night in America series, plus we have some schedule news and postponements for several series and events, so let's jump in. Tonight is the first night we'll see sprint cars and big blocks on the high banks of the Bristol Motor Speedway. This weekend's Bristol Throwdown is the final dirt event of 2021 and features the World of Outlaws Sprint Car Series and the Super DIRTcar Series Big Block Modifieds. Tonight is practice before racing happens on Friday night and Saturday night. Keep in mind there is weather in the forecast for Saturday around the southeast, but Sunday can be used as a rain date if necessary. We talked about the big block entry list earlier in the week, but I did want to run back through the sprint car entry list before tonight. Drivers expected to race this weekend are Jacob Allen, Logan Schuchart, David Gravel, Wayne Johnson, Brock Zierfoss, Tyler Courtney, Jason Sides, James McFadden, Derek Hagar, Ian Madsen, Craig Kinzer, Justin Peck, Donnie Schatz, Sam Haferteep Jr., Sheldon Hodenshield, Gio Scelzi, Parker Price Miller, Paige Polyak, Ryan Taylor, Paul McMahon, Rico Abreu, Kerry Madsen, Jack Hodenshield, Corey Eliason, Tucker Klassmeyer, Mason Daniel, Carson Macedo, Austin Wheatley, Brad Sweet, Kyle Larson, Spencer Baston, Tim Schaefer, Scotty Thiel, Aaron Reitzel, Linton Jeffrey, and Dustin Daggett. Brent Marks and Brian Brown were on the initial entry list as well, but we know they won't be racing at Bristol this weekend. Brent Marks, obviously, with his recent split with CJB Motorsports, and Brian Brown tweeted out earlier this week that he would not be at Bristol. It's also possible we could see a few others not show, as that happened with the Outlaw late models a few weeks ago as well. Tonight's practice sessions get underway around 5:30 p.m. Eastern and will run for a few hours. Dirt Vision will have a free live stream of the events, so no fast pass is needed to watch the action tonight. We'll jump into a full weekend preview on tomorrow's show, including an attempt at some win predictions for the World of Outlaws Sprint Car Series. USAC National Sprint Cars are in action tonight at Grandview Speedway in Pennsylvania to kick off a 4-race weekend in the Keystone State, which will also see them head to Big Diamond, Baps, and Path Valley. The series is coming off 2 races last weekend in Indiana, where Kevin Thomas Jr. picked up a dub at Bloomington and Kyle Cummins was victorious at Hobstadt. Brady Bacon is the defending series champion, and he is right back atop the standings this season, sitting 15 points ahead of Justin Grant with 5 races complete. They're trailed by KTJ, Chris Windham, and CJ Leary. We've had 4 different winners in 5 races this season, with KTJ being the only driver with multiple wins. Grant, Bacon, and Cummins are the other winners. Bacon is the hottest driver with the series right now, with his average finish over the last 5 races sitting at 2.8. He has 16 straight top 10 finishes, with 14 of those being top 5 runs. And entering tonight, all eyes will be on him and his Hoffman Racing number 69. Bacon has won the last 3 trips to Grandview and hasn't finished outside the top 10 in any of his 7 career starts at the track. Another driver to keep an eye on tonight is Chris Windham. He has 20 straight top 10 finishes in the sprint car and hasn't finished worse than 11th in his last 32 series starts. He won 3 times in 2020 and is looking for his first victory of the season. He doesn't have a sprint car victory at Grandview in his career, but does have 4 straight third-place finishes there. If being at Grandview isn't in the cards tonight, watch all of the action live on FloRacing. After a successful debut event last Thursday night at Tyler County Speedway in West Virginia, the FloRacing Night in America Late Model Series is back tonight for round number 2 of 2021. They take on Atomic Speedway in Ohio for $22,000 to win, which makes it the richest event on the schedule for this year. Jonathan Davenport led all 40 laps last week at Tyler County to take that $10,000 win, with Tyler Erb, Kyle Larson, Mason Ziegler, and Jacob Hawkins rounding out the top 5. The win puts Davenport atop the series standings as well, but remember that only a driver's 7 best finishes count towards the championship chase, so a lot will happen. Another very strong field of late models is expected tonight, with Lucas in Illinois and the Outlaws in Kentucky and Ohio this weekend. Davenport will be back, as will Devin Moran, Steve Caspel, Tyler Erb, Mike Marler, Josh Rice, Rusty Schlank, Bobby Pierce, and plenty more. We didn't know Kyle Larson was showing up last week until dang near the last minute, so we could see other drivers as well. Don't expect Larson to be there, though, as he's running the sprint car at Bristol this weekend, and I imagine he'll want to take advantage of tonight's practice night. Also, that team had motor issues last week at Hagerstown, and I'm not sure they've got another engine to fit into that car just yet. The grandstands open tonight at 4 p.m. Eastern with hot laps set to start at 6:30. If you can't be at Atomic, obviously FloRacing has live streaming coverage. Luke Soa Late Model Dirt Series announced yesterday that the already postponed Indiana Icebreaker at Brownstown Speedway will be pushed back yet again. The event was started back on March 20th, but if you might remember, it was ultimately stopped due to track conditions, with series officials putting it back on the schedule for May 2nd. But grandstand improvements at Brownstown will now see the event pushed back to September 23rd. When the event does kick back off, it will resume with 2 laps complete in the first B main. The $15,000 to win event being pushed back now adds to an already busy Jackson 100 weekend at the track, which starts on Friday night with the night before the Jackson 100 that pays $10,000 to win. Saturday's Big Show pays $20,000 to the winner. Luke Soa Late Model Dirt Series is in action in Illinois this weekend, starting Friday at Tri-City. We'll have more on that on tomorrow's show. The brutal early stretch to the ASCS National Tour took another hit yesterday with the announcement that Friday's action at US 36 Raceway in Missouri has been canceled. So far through 9 scheduled events, the ASCS Sprint Cars have only completed 3 races because of weather-related issues. J.J. Hickel swept the opening weekend at Devil's Bowl back in March, and Blake Hahn was the winner this past weekend at Park Jefferson in South Dakota. Hickel currently has a 31-point lead over Hahn, with Matt Covington 3rd, Scott Boguski 4th, and Seth Bergman in 5th. The National Tour is now off until April 30th and May 1st when they take on Williams Grove and Sealands Grove in Pennsylvania. The ASCS Warrior Region and Sooner Region are in action on Saturday this week at Lucas Oil Speedway. For more information, visit ascsracing.com. This weekend's USMTS modified races in Louisiana at Arklatex Speedway and the Rev have also been washed out by a wet forecast. The 2 races will be run later in the season on September 10th and 11th. The series last race early in April at Hamilton County Speedway in Iowa. And with 6 races currently complete on the year, Terry Phillips holds a 10-point lead in the standings over Derek Ramirez, Rodney Sanders, Tanner Mullins, and Jake O'Neill, completing the top 5. Phillips lead the series with 2 wins, while Ramirez, Dustin Sorensen, Carlos Almada Jr., and Brooks Strength all have 1 each. Up next for the modified competitors is Lakeside Speedway on May 14th and Tri-State Speedway in Oklahoma on May 15th. For more, check out usmts.com. There are 4 items on the streaming schedule for today. Dirt Vision has practice from the Bristol Motor Speedway for the World of Outlaws Sprint Car Series and Super DIRTRACKR Series, as I mentioned before. FloRacing has Flow 24/7, the USAC National Sprint Cars from Grandview, and round 2 of the FloRacing Night in America late models from Atomic. To see the full daily streaming schedule with links to watch, visit DIRTRACKR.com/watch tonight. That's it for the show today. Hope everybody has a good Thursday. If you have thoughts about the topics on today's show, please leave them in the comments below or tweet at me. You can find DIRTRACKR Daily where you get podcasts, plus YouTube and Facebook. If you like what I'm doing, please subscribe and leave a review. You can email the show at info@dirtrackr.com. I do check those every single day. You can follow DIRTRACKR on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at DIRTRACKR. That's DIRTRACKR. You can check out the website for all kinds of cool dirt racing stuff by visiting DIRTRACKR.com. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow for more DIRTRACKR Daily.